Now then, people, good evening and welcome back to the White Rose Rivals podcast. Of course, we're thin on the ground again. Hull, it's absolutely shambolic at this point. They're turning it in. Matt, disappointed he's not here, but something's come up. Rotherham have a new manager. And I'm sorry to break it to you, Hannah. I know you wanted to propose to Cossie. But he's currently, it's the start of the cricket season. So I think doesn't he do some marking or something? I don't think he has.
That's what they call it, Joe. Yeah, it's the official term, isn't it?
Yeah, the marking.
Scoring.
He's seen that thing going, 6. I don't know.
He's just rating the players out of attractiveness.
But he did say he might join us.
But that'll be an absolute car crash. I think we all know from a live cricket match. Cosy and his technology.
I think we all know what the real car crash is, though, Hal, don't we?
Oh, here we go.
Let's go. To be honest, we only needed one other person on today's pod. It was Hal. It was always Hal. Yeah. Sheffield United are. Oh my God! It's the crumble of almighty crumbles. It's 3 losses on the spin. The manager's calling out the fans. Then the week after, he's fighting fans, calling them fat boy, and you're bottom of the league. And so I've not had a chance to actually watch his presser. What's going on, Hal? Come on, we've got loads to get into here with that man, Chrissy Wilder.
Well, he didn't really address it in the presser.
Did he not?
Not really. I think, let's be honest, right? Football has now become managers doing monosyllabic, cliched interviews. It's quite dull. You watch the Manchester derby, you get a sense that football isn't quite what it used to be. You need characters to keep the game. Is
this how you're going to try and defend him?
The game that is quite honestly on life support.
Sterile. It's sterile.
It's absolutely, it is on its last legs. The legs, in fact, it's got maybe just the last toes. And you've got a man like Chris Wilder who's given us, you kicked off your own program on your own channel with Chris Wilder, a Leeds channel. My defense rests.
How there's some come round that is how that's a good defense, that, mate.
What's this then? So righteous one, because I believed he should have received some sort of touchline ban. And you can call me sorry, but the reason I say this is because Daniel Farke celebrated our goal against Sunderland, encroached onto the pitch on his knees and was banned because he got a yellow card for that and was banned the following game. Wilder's having fights. What's going on? Why hasn't he been banned? Has he a case to answer? Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I remember Brian Kidd and Sir Alex Ferguson running onto the pitch at Old Trafford when they scored against Sheffield Wednesday very, very late on. No bans back then. And do you know what? No. Who cares? Even I should probably say, do you know what? Fair enough. They won the title. Celebrate. And Farke, Leeds might win the title. And 3 points back then is as important as 3 points at the end of the season. Celebrate. For goodness sake. I keep going on. Football's meant to be entertaining. Farke should absolutely not have been in any bother for that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Personally, that's I mean, I'm talking a lot. I feel like I'm stealing your mic time.
No, don't Ash, because he's trying to dance around the topic. Is what he did.
Let the man speak, Joe. Let the man speak.
I asked you about a ban about your manager.
I want to listen it.
You made it about Farker from months ago. I was giving you an example. Tell me what's Chris Wilder done? Why is he fighting Ballymumba and Darko JB, and why hasn't he been banned?
That's a great question, Joe. Maybe that's the question that should be being asked. Possibly, I should be writing to my MP, because something has obviously been said by those Plymouth players, which is quite probably outrageous. And that's the real story. And we need to get to the story behind the story, because a lot of people are missing what I believe is the crux of the matter. And thank you, Joe, for bringing that up.
Ash, come on, we'll continue to get him to answer the questions. He's being very political right now. But Ash, it was only a couple of weeks ago he went on this 15-minute tirade of how bad Wednesday were and where the big boys, etc., which I liked. I can't lie, because I do agree with what Hal said. It's nice to see someone show a bit of of character. However, he's massively ended up with egg on his. Well, we don't know yet. There is
no, of course,
4 to go.
Still time, isn't there?
Yeah, there is still time. They have a very slim chance, to be honest, especially with playing Burnley. But are you not rejoicing as a Wednesday fan, seeing what's going
on? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I know. Hal's had a go at me on this show a few times about.
Whoa!
Now's your time, Ash. Get him back.
No, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. It's not a thing. But it is. It is one of those where everything comes back to bite you, doesn't it? Everything. There's always receipts. There's always receipts for people that give it all, and then for whatever reason it is. Obviously, I don't follow Sheffield United. I don't know. They've gone on this 3-game losing streak, and Leeds and Burnley have taken advantage of that. It's just the way he goes about it, and a lot of Sheffield Wednesday fans think he was I'm trying to think the word. I've lost the word now, but it was not very gracious in his win, was it? But then, obviously, he's not very gracious in his losing either. So I think the perception of Chris Wilder in the football, not just Sheffield Wednesday fans, but in football, is that he's not very nice.
Yeah.
But then I would suppose if he is your manager...
He's like, what's his face who was on Under the Cosh, man? That Gadget, what's he called?
Steve Bracknell.
Steve Bracknell. He's actually playing a charity match, isn't he? Wednesday versus United. Yeah, I've seen that.
He's a manager for Sheffield United All-Star 11, Sky Sports All-Star 11 for one of the
crucially, Steve Bracknell, real name Chris, is actually a Wednesday fan.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Chris McClure of Rever and the Maker's brother. He is, and he was a guy on.
Is he? Is he actually his brother? I didn't know.
Yeah, and he was the guy on front of the Arctic Monkeys album.
With the cigarette.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, so that's Steve Bracknell.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've seen him quite a few times at Wednesday games. Yeah, he's a big Wednesday fan.
Yeah. What a guy, by the way. Some of the brilliant.
He's very much a Marmite character, it appears, on social media, because I think he's great. Really? But lots of people don't like him, and actually, the Under the Cosh got a lot of stick actually for having him on, which I thought was a real shame. I mean, watch it if you want, don't if you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Why? He's fucking brilliant. I think he's quality, man.
Well, comedy's subjective, Joe. I did stand-up comedy for years, and some people thought I were funny, and some people didn't. And you just got to take it, Some people will like his special brand of humour. I personally do.
Yeah. I think it was the type of guest that they've had on before previously. And if you sign up for their Patreon, probably they thought that he wasn't the sort of guest that they've had on previously. But I think he's all right. He comes. Some of his things good. Some of his clips that he puts on social media when he's on the pitch with the the Royal Oak FC. Yeah, it's quite pretty funny.
I can only.
It does a lot for mental health as well. Yeah. So
I could only put it down to jealousy, man, because he's fucking brilliant. Why would you want to get angry at that? I don't understand. Like you say, just don't watch it. Just don't watch it. But anyway, we've gone off piece, dear.
Happy with that? Carry on. Keep going off piece. Take this sledge wherever you want.
Going back to it, I think it's just the way he reacts to obviously winning, way he's reacted to losing 3 times on the spin, and in the position they were. This 2 points table that was pinned on the.
I can't wait for that. I want them to miss out by 2 points so we can go, oh, but Wilder, you've been telling all lads that you've got them 2 points, so surely you've got promotion.
It's not going to be by 2 points.
Nah,
no chance.
No. How low? Genuine question now.
Oh, the others have been joke questions.
No, but I want you to answer sincerely, I guess.
I have been answering sincerely. Joe, how long have you known me? Like 6 years? You expected anything else? Who are you kidding?
True. What's been the general consensus? Because I know, he did call out the fans, and I think, so what? Like, how can you go on almost breaking a record, Sheffield United record, and then lose one and get booed? I think it is a little bit too much, if we're being honest. So he's right to come out, but then you've got to ensure that you follow that up with a win. He's then played the same 11, and you were woeful. You get beat. You then go to bottom at league. And to be honest, I had this argument on my channel when we got a draw against Luton. It doesn't matter the league table at this point. It's actually harder to play someone at the bottom than it is mid-table at this stage of the season for me. We've got Oxford at the weekend, and I've said I'll take a point now. Give me a point now, and we'll get 3 at home against Stoke. But what's the general consensus on Wilder? Because you could argue, getting away with a few results. Has this always been coming? Because the data that he told everyone to shove up their asses has sort of backed up that this could happen, Hal. So what's the Blades fans' thoughts of Wilder in these last 3 games?
It's a hell of a question, that, Joe. Started the clock when you began asking.
Sorry,
that.
Mate. You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like.
I call it an Alan Brazil question. So we had a poll on our YouTube channel and Twitter at the start of the season. Where do you think the Blades are going to finish? Right, and we had a look at it the other day, and the majority said mid-table. So why now the majority are angry that we've slipped to 3rd is beyond me. And Nick and I went and did our predictions at the start of the season and got called deluded for predicting Sheffield United would finish 3rd. And we've gone back, and as Ash used the phrase earlier, we've got the receipts. We genuinely felt like that is about right for us. So I'm not going mad and throwing things at the wall when actually that is where we are right now. It felt like that where we should be, where our performances realistically demonstrate that we should be. And if we don't go up, that won't be a disaster. The Premier League is miserable. And Joe, we can talk about this at this time next season. The Premier League is miserable. I hate it. I've enjoyed 2 seasons in the Premier League out of all the ones we've had. And the majority of the time it's awful. And nowadays it's probably even worse than back when I enjoyed sort of 92 a bit and 2019, and that's it. You need ridiculous sums just to compete. So it's actually not that much fun. So I am not going to be devastated if we win a lot more games next season by staying down. And we will. And we've still got another year of parachute payments. And we've got new owners who apparently have got a bit of cash. So this is not the disaster. To quickly sort of answer it, though, by looking at the forums, there is a lot of dissent. I'm not in that camp. I'm fully backing Wilder. I fully believe teams have blips. And I believe Burnley are due theirs. And I believe that because I shared a table and how it's going to finish. And I do see Leeds and Sheffield United. And I've got to back my boys. Of course I have. I mean, what's the point of being a fan if you just suddenly, when the going gets tough,
I agree.
People throw the toys out the pram. You can't be like that. You've got to back your team.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of fans questioning Wilder being able to handle the pressure.
I mean, that is something that he gets thrown at quite a bit. Wilder, about like he crumbles under pressure and he snaps. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's just because he really cares. And what a lot of teams wouldn't give for a manager where every defeat hurts him as much as it hurts the fans. We've seen so many times managers react in really different ways when you'd love to hear them speak passionately. Omar Issa, for example, we're playing Cardiff next. He has said some bizarre comments. He called his own fans deluded and says they don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand football. Well, that's not going to win them round. You're not going to outlast the fans. That's an interesting tactic. And Wilder, I think, sums up our frustration and says a lot of things we're feeling. And everyone kind of agreed with him about calling out the fans that were booing after Oxford. Because let's be real, we've had an amazing season. We were on pace for our record points, even with the points deduction.
Yeah, you sound a lot like myself last season. And the general consensus was sack him, and I would say, yeah, but we got 90 points, and normally 90 points gets you up. I agree with, and everyone would just go to me, shut up about the 90-point trophy, yada, yada, yada. And, I would argue, obviously you want to go up first time of asking, but I would argue Leeds are in better shape after another year in the Championship than had we gone up this year. I think we have a more balanced squad and we'll have a better crack at it, because last season it was very much, we had some outstanding players, Rutter, Somerville, Gray. Of course it'd have been nice to keep them, but this season we have just a more well-balanced side. We've got the best fullback in the division in Jayden Bogle. What a buy, by the way. This calls for him to actually be our signing of the season, Al. But you were pretty fair on him, to be fair. It was the majority of Sheffield United fans said he's a dud and, he's no good.
Joe, I'm always fair. People don't like it because they hear me speak the truth, and the truth sometimes isn't what people want to hear, no matter where it's aimed.
Yeah.
Ash should be more... he should be questioning the owner more, and I maintain that. And you should be more ambitious as a Wednesday fan. I'll never back down on that, only because they were so massive when I was a kid. And Bogle...
You've just said all your fans said mid-table.
Yeah, I'm talking about Wednesday. You should be more ambitious. You personally should be more ambitious and not settle for mediocrity.
I'm going to be right, aren't I, though?
Yes, you are going to be right, but you shouldn't want to be right.
Yeah, Wednesday, by the way. Lost.
Dog shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah, to Oxford, both of you. Isn't it? I don't want to throw shade because you both lost to Oxford, and we've got them on Saturday tomorrow at 8 p.m. But that was their first win away since New Year's Day, Ash. So not great.
Yeah, and we still haven't won at home since New Year's Day either.
Oh, wow.
That was 5 home defeats on the trot. We haven't won, and I saw this earlier on X, I think a couple of days ago. We haven't won a home Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff all season. Mint that, innit?
Wow, that's...
So, the home form's been a bit shocking lately. Hull and Oxford last week, 2 games that were awful, real bad. The season is just petering out.
Did you turn round, Ash? Did you do the protest?
Me personally, no, I didn't know. No,
were you there or you weren't there? I don't know.
I was there, yeah.
And you just, can I ask why you decided not to turn around?
Why didn't I?
I think Ash's chance here in, man. I think Ash's chance here.
Well, I'm part of this thing on engagement panel. Part of them is we've had this meeting and stuff all this week. So this stuff going to be coming out. The minutes aren't going to be released till the weekend, I believe, or whenever they're released.
Is this with the club, or you mean the fan groups?
This is a group. There's about 15 groups of representatives, so 15 groups of fans, and then they met with the chairman for quite a few hours. It was the other day. So
is Chansiri the chairman?
He's the chairman only. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's just him, mate. There's no one else.
It's just him. I wasn't sure.
There's just him. And this is one of the massive problems that Sheffield Wednesday fans have with his tenure as well. There is just him. The buck stops with him. The next down is we haven't even got a COO, CEO, CFO, nothing like that.
Wow.
The next guy in the pecking order, you could say, is general manager. And then after that, you've got a communications guy, you've got a commercial manager, and then that's probably about it. It's very lean. Do you know what I mean?
Saves money, though.
Well,
the new way of working, NWOW. Let's make it all lean. He's ahead of the time. He's ahead of his time.
Doesn't help him to pay his staff's wages, though, does it? So, it's just him. And then any time that obviously anyone questions him, he's like supposedly got these advisors. And one of them is a guy called Amadou Paxao, I think how you pronounce him. And I think he's just like sort of a go-to middleman for agents.
Have you ever seen him?
I was going to say, sounds made up. I think he might be made up.
No, he's there.
Have you ever seen him and Chanseri in the same room?
Yeah, they're very much in the director's box every week.
Does he go in? Does he go into the room and says, "Right, I've just spoken to the chairman. This is what he says."
Yeah.
Right. Well, can you tell the chairman this? Yes. I'm just going to go out. I'm just going to speak to him, and I'm going to come back, and I'll tell him what you just said.
That
just runs, it runs to opposite end of room.
You believe it?
Yeah, agreed. And then runs. Go, yes, Chansey, I agree.
You could believe it how crazy it is at Sheffield Wednesday.
Sounds like a right mess.
It is. It is a bit of a mess at the minute. So obviously, with not paying fans and being so close to, I think there was, if they didn't pay the wages, I think it was a 3 transfer ban he was looking at, embargo. So he had, I think it was lastminute.com that he paid all the rest of the wages of the staff. So yeah, it's not too good at the minute, and hence why a lot of fans, probably about great percentage of them that aren't happy with him. Yeah,
you're one of them though, right?
What, that's not happy? No, I'm not happy with him.
No, I'm not happy with him, and
you don't even know
yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I just think it's just a thing and obviously Hal's got new owners, but Sheffield United, a lot of clubs have had probably history with their owners at some time that aren't being happy or done things that the fans aren't happy with.
I'm happy with him. Just throw my 2 pence.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah,
he did a cracking job. Yeah, long may he continue.
The thing is as well, like, these are a big club, right? Like, I remember.
How do you define a big club now, though? Is it that you could go on this massive rant? Obviously, Sheffield's very blessed. They've got 2 fantastic clubs in the city. Not many cities can say that now, can they?
No.
It's hard fighting for fans. I personally think Sheffield Wednesday have got a bit of a problem with generational fans. So if you're born into Sheffield Wednesday, but with Sheffield United being in the Premier League, like,
of course,
3-4 times before we have even in the last 25 years, and they're city centre based, they do get all the students or visitors, and for us, and the club don't help that. For me, this is just me saying so.
Of course, I get that.
I feel we are a big club with a hell of a lot more potential, which is what I'm hoping for with new investors or owners that's going to come in and see it.
I don't think he'll ever sell up.
He'll have to.
At some point.
At some point.
You don't want it to go. You would hope that everything that's happening and him spaffing God knows how many hundred millions he has at it and got nowhere, that he'll come to his senses and someone he'll sell. But I don't think I personally don't think he will. But then you don't want it to go to the way of, is it Reading, who've had their owner in and they've gone, right, he's just basically just given up, hasn't he? He's proper just giving up, not putting money in. He don't want to do this, he don't want to do that. Whereas Chansiri is still keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
Still keeping the lights on, isn't he? He's still putting his money in. So
yeah.
But I want to know why does he want to own Sheffield Wednesday?
It's a great question. I ain't got a clue.
Do you not think think it's vanity with these millionaires? Like, it's a lot. Radrazani was all about vanity. I think that's why they binned off Bielsa. It was like he didn't get the acclaim that he felt he should have done for us getting promoted. It was all. I think a lot of it is. I much prefer the ownership group model like we've got now, because it's an investment group. So there's people who unless you've got a Tony Bloom at Brighton who loves the football club and will only ever do good, I think it's better to have like a conglomerate of people who are all putting in the money in, because there's not one sole person who can make a decision that's, like Vega says, purely ego driven, about status and stature and all that sort of stuff. I think if you look now, like look how successful Liverpool have been since that FSG came in. They're similar to, that's an investment group, and Liverpool fans boot off about their lack of transfer business. But look, like they did nothing in the summer, nothing. They bought in Chiesa, who's barely played, and now look, they're about to win a Premier League title. I think that for me is the way to go. And yeah, what the sole proprietor, it don't work anymore, I don't think. Especially if you're trying to break into the Premier League. If you're already in there, you might be all right. But if you're a club trying to get in there, you've got to be a multi-bill. Like the thing is, with Rads, he just didn't have enough money. He just didn't have enough money to be able to keep us up there.
We haven't got enough money. Chansiri hasn't got enough money either, obviously, as it shows, because he doesn't pay his bills. But I think you're right, Joe. I think the probably the days of one man. Yeah. It used to be your local done well businessman, didn't he? His local club. Yeah. The guy who run the carpet shop or something and plowed money or whatever. But now it's not, is it? It is American. It's Saudi. It's these big multinational.
Quite depressing, really.
Yeah, it is.
Of course it is. But it's the way that the football's just moved on in every aspect, isn't it?
100%. I mean, Hal, you'll be able to speak on it more because you had the Prince, and now you've got the new ownership, right?
Now we've got a group, just like you're talking about, where we previously had a sole owner. But while you're thinking about ownership, I just want to know, my wife bought these two today.
Okay.
Which she said I can choose. So what should I choose?
Whisper.
Do you
want to put it to a vote?
What Maltesers are? I don't rate them, me.
No, I'm not a fan of Maltesers.
Put it to a vote in the chat, and you get more comments, and that helps the algorithm. I'm just here to help you, Joe.
I'll put it in. I'll put which egg should Hal choose.
While you're thinking about that, so I worked out the championship table is going to finish Sheffield United on 95 points, Leeds on 94, Burnley on 89. With Middlesbrough, Cov, and Sunderland making up the rest of the playoffs, and Wednesday surviving.
So, Cossey, he's here.
Oh, from the cricket. This will be a disaster.
Come on, Jeffrey Boycott.
Oh.
Can't even hear him. He's holding it the wrong way around.
We can't hear
classic. It's classic, Cossey.
I'm not off mute, am I? What an idiot.
Yeah, there you go.
How are we doing? Yeah. What about this weather? It's pretty good. I had to come off to my marriage proposal last week. So,
she's in the chat.
Yeah, she's been on. Yeah.
I don't want to have
10 out of 10.
God, it must be a niche market, mate. God.
Oh, my weekly Cossey indulgence. Hannah is a big Leeds fan. She lives in America, mate. She lives in the States.
Wow.
So yeah, she's.
She must be in a state. If you say that about me, mate, bloody hell.
Yeah.
She must have.
She's here. Look, yeah, Cossey.
Her name sounds like a question for you, Cossey.
No, man, that as well. Al, I'm glad you've turned up tonight, mate. I feel for you, man. You'll have talked about all that, what? Yeah, you'll have talked about all that, what? Yeah.
Give us your opinion on it, Cossey. Come on, because Hal deflected.
Mate, obviously coming from position of strength after a 3-0 defeat at Burton, but I can't believe it. But honestly, everyone just is loving it, Hal, because just everyone seems to hate Chris Wilder. But I get, it's incredible how it's gone so quick. I can't believe Leeds are going to be up next week. It's unbelievable. And like Joe, on it other week, we're like, are we falling apart and all this lot? And questioning if a Luton 1-1, what a good result and stuff. But yeah, I know it's.
Well, Cossey.
Yeah.
The big question.
Yeah.
Whisper.
Oh man.
Or Maltesers, and these are
Maltesers.
Not children.
Yeah, Maltesers,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
These are not for deprived children. These are for me.
Home bargains today. Cadbury's cream egg. Chocolate, £1 on offer. I got 4 bars. Absolute scandal. Mate, I know what they've done there. I didn't see if they're the best before or not. I was just straight in trolley. Poof, 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 4 in a row, mate.
Well, I went to Saltburn, Cossey, and it were absolutely beautiful.
It's nice there, isn't it? That lift and that. I hope you walked up, mate. I hope you didn't get that lift, you lazy gate.
We got the lift down, but we walked up. And I'll tell you why, because this is a Yorkshireman in me, right? We got in at the top. He went, "Are you going down?" I went, "Yeah." We got to the bottom. They went £6. I said, "Kids, we're not getting that back up."
Oh, no way. God.
No, we will walk up that steep hill. I'm not paying £6 to go in that shite.
Hey Joe, have you seen the film Saltburn? Barry Keoghan and his
No,
having his way with the grave.
I've not
very,
seen it.
very strange.
Yeah. I started to watch it, mate. Everyone were going mad about it, so I started to watch it, but I couldn't get into it.
How did you do that, Joe? Out of interest,
What do you mean?
did you go into the cinema and leave?
No, it's on. It was on Amazon.
Oh right, I don't have Amazon here. Sorry.
Yeah, Saltburn with the small Irish guy.
Well, I think he's a great height for a man because we're the same height. But yes, Barry Keoghan.
And doesn't he go with someone's mum or something like that?
Oh, and a mum, yeah. He's a busy boy right throughout. It's a good film.
Yeah, not for me, mate. Not for me.
That's a nice view, Cozzy. Cozzy, can we ask which cricket club you're at?
At York, mate, the Grand Old Duke of York. Yeah. I'm their scorer, so I'm just,
He basically moonlights for every single Yorkshire team. He likes Sheffield Steelers, Leeds Rhinos.
Yeah, I'm a man of the people. Yeah. And tomorrow, Leeds are playing Huddersfield at rugby, can you believe? So, like, it's always one of those, isn't it? But, yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, what about that from Arsenal last night? It was just so easy, wasn't it? Jesus, I couldn't believe it. It was so good.
Rice. I love Declan Rice, by the way, and Bukayo Saka for that matter. Like, both of them are just lovely blokes. I don't know them personally, but they just come across lovely. And
We're watching White Rose Rivals.
We like to talk.
Mate, I don't want to talk about Huddersfield, but Jesus, our owner's done another video diary on Monday, promising that it's going to turn around next season, promising it's going to sort it out. Jesus, honestly, man, I just had enough. We lost at Burton in like one of the worst. He just keeps saying every week the worst since whatever, but people.
I had Burton. I put Burton on an accumulator, mate. Put Burton on.
You were collecting at half time.
I had Forest to beat Everton though, and Everton beat them 1-0. But yeah, I did have Burton.
Yeah. It was mad when in Sports Bar in Scarborough last Saturday. It's like 4 games on at the same time. It's crazy, isn't it, with these 12:30 kickoffs? Like Celtic were on, they were like struggling again, 4-0 up, I think, whoever they were playing. And then obviously Sheffield United were winning. They must have won. I didn't see it ending, but yeah. It was late when I left. Yeah, sorry.
What's yours? What were your take on Wilder then? What do you reckon? Has he lost it, or I think he's
what, me or Al?
Yeah, no, you.
I just think
Al skirted around it a few times.
I gave a very thorough and fair answer.
I know it's more than what happened, but I just think that carry on at Oxford, it just didn't need to happen, did it? That, and it's like, and then obviously that Plymouth. I don't know if it was as bad as everyone making out. Well, it looked to them when they went down to like they were going off, didn't it? But yeah, it's so difficult. The thing is, it's incredible the fixtures though that they've just. I suppose that's why we love football. You just can't predict it, but it's incredible. It wouldn't be so bad if, like, I don't know, lost at Leeds or Middlesbrough or whatever. But them games is just. And the trouble is, it's done, in it. It's done, in it. Just like that. So. Mentally, it's like out. But I'm not one of those though that thinks, someone will creep into 6th and blah blah blah. I bet them stats won't show that, but they've just got to regroup. But it's going to be hard.
Someone's falling into 3rd, aren't they? Oh, am creeping into 6th? Someone's going to go, aren't they?
Can we not ignore my good friend Ricky, who has asked a very serious question in the chat under the name Just United? And I think we should all devote at least half an hour to responding to that properly.
Okay, evening fellas. What do players and the managers need to do to overcome the mental block on a 3-game skid? How do you pick yourself back up and go again?
We go again.
Yeah.
We do not let this slip.
The first goal on Friday is massive, isn't it? If Cardiff get it, then it could be curtains.
Yeah, we don't score many. We don't seem to do well coming from behind. I reckon if we score first, absolutely, probably see it out 1-0. And that could be the situation, unless we go brave. We actually change the formation a little bit, go 2 up top, maybe play a number 10, with 2 up top. That would be exciting. That got us promotion before under Wilder. He used to play expansive, exciting football. We used to look like prime Barcelona. I don't quite know why we are now playing such defensive, boring football. It's boring on the pitch. It's exciting off it.
Hal, I'm going to share your predicted league table now.
It's not a prediction, Joe. Bookmark it.
Yeah, I've seen you.
Did
fair play to you for actually tweeting this. Yeah. Fair play to you.
Do you know how many stupid people have bookmarked this and not realise it's a joke?
Yeah. To be honest, though, right, I always will make like when we'd drawn against Swansea, I put out a tweet saying, "Mark my words, by next Sunday we'll be back in top 2." People are like, "What are you on about? You clueless?" But that's it. It's just part of the game, isn't it? Like if it
part of the game.
Happen,
I know what I'm doing on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly, man. The thing is, if it doesn't happen, I've muted the tweet. You can all say what you want. I don't even know. If it does happen, then I'm dancing.
I never read the comments of people saying
I do that now.
Just press send and forget. Yeah. Send and forget.
Oh mate, you should see my DMs. Oh my God. My wife had a look at my DMs not so long ago and she just started crying.
What
you want to do? You want to do what Sky Sports do? Well, they'll just send tweets out and don't allow anyone to comment on that.
Yeah.
I do that now. I just put them out and just don't look underneath. But yeah, Jesus. Joe, you'll have done that for years. So
100%, mate. 100%. I tell you, the Masters at it. Second tier of the Masters at it. I still listen to second tier, right? And they've been battering Lampard, battering him for weeks. They've just done rating the managers in the Championship. And someone's tagged me in it saying, "Joel, get on this. They've rated Lampard higher than Farke." I says, don't buy into it. If you listen to their podcast, they've battered him all week. They've done a rating video and they've put him higher than Farke because they know Leeds fans will go, "What the fuck?" Yeah. So just don't buy into it. But they're very good at it. Fair play to them.
Engagement farming is great.
Oh, they're so good at it, though. Like, people complain, but they get the most listens in the Championship sphere. Like, fair play to them. Like, it is what it is. But Hal, explain to us this table.
When did you put it out, Hal? Was this like 3 weeks ago? When was this done?
This was today.
Let's have a look at the date. You're a rock, lad.
That's my 2:30 today.
That's my best mate as well.
Should we look at the comments, Hal?
Do not look at the
comments. Keep scrolling, Joe.
I'll tell you when I did this, right? I went out last night for a madras in Protaras, and I'll tell you what, my Protaras has been.
Sweaty Protaras.
Honestly, that Kazi has been kamikaze. It has been a disaster today. So I've had a lot of time just sitting, and I thought I'll have a bit of. I said sitting. I thought I'll have a bit of fun with this and just do something that'll, get a bit of a response. And do you know what? If it actually happens, I am going to be sitting very pretty as the most famous person in the world.
Who's going down? Scroll up. I didn't see bottom 3.
I didn't bother with that bit really. I just I was only interested in the top. Yeah, I put random results for everyone else. I wasn't really thinking about it.
He's put Cardiff, who you've got at the week, who you've got Friday. How are you feeling about that game?
I think I put Wednesday, by the way, to lose every game. Yeah.
Of course you did.
I think that's the only other one I bothered actually putting any thought into it.
Oh, yeah, so we do matter to you. Oh, that's nice.
Well, I knew that Joe would do this, and I knew it would matter to you. I think we'll beat Cardiff 2-0. We'll be fine.
Cossie,
you predicted the Rotherham manager, didn't you? You got it.
Yeah, well, chuffed with that, mate. Even a broken clock's right twice a day, isn't there? But yeah, I just thought it was a nice option, really. Just like coming back to, I'm going to say Millmore then, showing the age, New York Stadium. But yeah, no, I must admit, I was surprised at the length of the contract, though, 3 years. But it's more for the manager, really, just like in it, just so that he's assured. I don't know why they don't do 1 year rolling contracts for managers, because Huddersfield ones don't last longer than 6 months these days. It's a waste of time. But they're always coming in it. I think that's the only thing you've just got to wonder, isn't it? Like, he's got to tune out of them. They're playing nice football. He's an homegrown lad. Fans have taken to him, which I think after what happened with Steve Evans, I think anyone who kind of got a few wins would probably have got, a thumbs up. But obviously Tony Stewart's put his faith in him, and it's weird because I'm old enough to remember him playing. He's a really good player, and he seems calm and assured, and they're obviously doing really well. But Paul Warne to MK Dons, they were linked with our job, and obviously seeing sense and not got anywhere near it. But that's quite a surprise, and that as well. But I just think it's a bit naughty, really. Like someone like Paul Warne's won promotions, but he just pigeonholed us like a League One manager out there. People are just pigeonholed us like Fark will be like he's a championship man, Joe. You know what it'll be like, Joe, next year. You get up, you'll lose a few games at the start, get him out, get somebody who knows what they're doing and stuff. And it's a shame, isn't it, really? Sometimes it's not better to go up, but I don't know if Chris Barlow will be thinking that at the moment. But
you were talking last week about like Huddersfield when they were doing well. It got me thinking, like, maybe we've all been looking at football wrong. Like,
that's 1920, that Al. Yeah.
Right, us four, we've probably realistically, our teams are never going to win the Champions League or the Premier League, right? Maybe we need
for yourself.
What?
Maybe we need to look at football differently.
Come on, you've got to be better than that, Hal. You want your team to win. Don't settle.
Yeah, go on, Ash. Give it in.
Hey, you can't do that, mate. Come on, you've got to
I'm
believe.
Just saying, I personally believe Sheffield United will win the World Cup, but just for a sort of a thought experiment.
What World Cup?
Thought experiment, right?
West Ham did it, didn't they? West Ham did it. That's what they tell us anyway.
Yes, they did. Yeah. That maybe we should look at it like this: top team in Yorkshire, right? When I were a kid, Wednesday, then it were Leeds, of course, then Sheffield United, but then Huddersfield were the only team representing Yorkshire for a spell in the top flight.
They were dark times. But
it's cyclical. Joe, you said this a couple of weeks ago. It's cyclical.
Chris Wood up front, Joe.
We all get our time in the sun, right? As Yorkshire football fans.
Now we are.
You're literally getting the sun because you're back to 50, mate.
Going red, like bad news.
Anyway, that's what I think.
Yeah.
No, but I saw a tweet of Cardiff fans, like, he's obviously trying to resign. So it's neck going down, new grounds, a load of wins, get rid of it. And I just thought, I tweeted out, I put, I remember writing that 12 months ago when we went down. It's not always like that, is it, when you go down? I think, I get what he's saying, because they've had a few seasons of struggle, Cardiff, haven't they? And I kind of sympathise with him, because that's where we had loads of them. And then it's like you're thinking, let's go down, let's win some games. But as we're going to prove now, you're not going to come straight back up. There's so much more mess to do. And obviously, Ash, you had a few years to get back up. And it's about enjoying your Saturday, though, for me. You just want to see your players just put a shift in and care. And that's just totally gone over. So that's what's hard to take. I don't think no one's, if it comes seventh, people will be a disappointing season. But I just think it's so... we're named like Cosmala, proper Yorkshire and me, but no. It's born in Dewsbury, mate. Dewsbury, born, Dewsbury, bed, Dewsbury, But no, no, mate. It's it's just going down is not always a good thing. You can't always just come back up. I know Birmingham are just a bad example, aren't they? But I don't know. Birmingham must have wanted to win that trophy on Sunday. It was quite funny actually, that they didn't win it. And but.
Hasn't he won it like 3 times?
Yeah. They love winning it, them guys. But no, it's it'd be interesting. But I always like Easter. But honestly, as a neutral, and I know I am a neutral in this championship race, I'm a bit disappointed what's happened because I think Sky will be as well because it's pretty much done, isn't it? I don't want to say it, but it's doing it. I can't see a twist here.
It's only
do you know what happens, right? Do you know what happens?
Their season's over, but there's still something to play for. For Leeds and for Sheffield United, it's not over.
It's not over. We still mathematically can still gain the playoffs.
Ash, come on.
Is it? Come along, Ash. I have a vibe-based approach to math.
Facts. Mathematically.
You prove anything.
Mathematically can still go down as well. So,
do you know what's going to happen? Right, we will draw tomorrow against Oxford at 8 o'clock. Sheffield United will win, and Burnley might drop points away at Watford. Right. And that'll get everyone all giddy. And then Leeds United will beat Stoke comfortably. Burnley will beat Sheffield United on Easter Monday and Leeds United will be promoted. That's how it's going to go, I'm telling you. And then straight away we're like,
But those people at work who was booked week off, honestly, they've booked a Tuesday off and stuff. It's mad, isn't it? But,
it's done, man.
I'm going to be turning my phone off if that happens. I'm not going to be hearing from Joe.
How, though, genuinely... How do you get a result at Burnley though?
They're due a slip, aren't they? They've only lost 2 games all season. They're not conceding goals.
Any at home.
I know they've scored the same amount of goals as we have though. So I mean, it happens. Teams go on a blip. We've just had ours. I think it's over. Burnley are going to have theirs at the worst possible time, and it is going to happen. And the fact is, we're playing them, which means it can get back to we've got a say in it. If we weren't playing Burnley, we're just playing teams at the bottom, and Burnley were playing teams in the middle. Okay, fair enough. We're playing Burnley. We're playing our direct rivals for automatic promotion. We know what we have to do. We have to go there. We have to win. Got to do his business.
I
We are on
because we'll be like that.
but we're on paper like they're not better than us. You know, we can beat Burnley. We've beaten them before. I mean, not this season, but we've beaten them before, and we can do again.
Yeah. Leeds are going up, though, aren't they, fellas?
Well, I've predicted they're going up.
Well, we were saying, me and Ash have been saying it all season, though, haven't we? So no point trying to wind us up. We've said it. We know our stuff. We said Real Madrid weren't going to win the Champions League again. And honestly, I know it's Yorkshire rivals, but I try and change subjects between Easter eggs and foreign football. But that Champions League, anyone could win that. I'm quite excited by it, even though everyone else in England doesn't seem to be. I don't know if European football doesn't turn anyone on anymore now.
I enjoyed Arsenal Madrid. I want Arsenal to win it. I actually like Arsenal.
It's just that Arsenal forever, Joe. That song, it's never been an anthem. Where's this politics? You know, on TV, I was fuming last week when they turned, You'll Never Walk Alone. It kind of winds me up a little bit, but I can kind of get why Sky stops talking and zooming on cop. But we've never done that Arsenal forever last Saturday night. Still North London forever, whatever it is. Honestly, it's absolutely embarrassing. You can't just bring an anthem back like that after 30, 40 years, can you? Honestly, it winds me up that. Don't you think, Joe? Since Sky was zooming in, it was like...
Are they called the Ashburton Army or something they've created now, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
There's some of that going down where Palace started their little ultra section, didn't they? And then I think Arsenal now created the Ashburton Army. It's a little bit forced and that in it. But I do believe the Emirates atmosphere has improved in recent times compared to...
Maybe because they're winning now and that, yeah. But,
maybe.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hannah makes a good point in the comments. We need Barca to win because...
I love Hannah. Yeah.
If Rafinha wins the Champions League, more money's coming Leeds United's way. So, let's hope
that Rafinha's good, isn't he, Joe?
Do you remember how when you used to have that running joke? Do you remember?
Yes, that's why I literally just said
every week.
Do you know, that was a golden age, Joe, where Leeds fans were really nice to me, and I told you, didn't I? I got so many nice Leeds fans. I got offered free tickets to go to Ellen Road, and I was, this is a great. This was basking in the sun. This was a wonderful time. These were great days, great memories. They'll never happen again. Leeds fans hate me again now, but you've got to look back on those cherished moments, and that was it. Just taking the
I don't think any of us expected him to go on to what he's done though. Like, he could win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but last year, Joe, I watched loads of it. Like last year, he were very average. Just like he looked like we're out there. I'm sure if they got a decent offer, somebody would have gone. And it's incredible what has happened. But he looks. I mean, he's always been like fit and he ripped and what have you. But this year, but he's led the line and that as well. I think they're great to watch. Play some football. That'll be a right match against Inter Milan. But we're the Yorkshire rivals, not the Barcelona rivals, aren't we?
This is true.
Why don't we get Old City have given up? They've gone.
They have. They've turned it in.
I love it.
Who's going to gym? They sent off to gym.
Who's going to gym? Honestly, just let yourself go like a real man. Like a real man. Real men don't go to the gym. Yeah. Just pack it on. For God's sake. It's pathetic trying to look after yourself. Got no time for that.
No. So you had a mid-season break, Al. You did it like what they want in Scotland, did it? Like 3-4 weeks off. Germany.
They have a little mid-season break in Cyprus. So just keeping up with tradition, you know.
Oh man, what is going on?
Oh yeah, what about last week, Carl? We had a bit of a moment with one of your players who plays for your team, and then my friend was messaging me at the same time saying, "Ask Hal about him," because I used to do the coaching and that at uni for him and video, and he's a bit of an analyst. And then it turns out that you shared about for those in the chat will know Locky, but Hal, talk to us.
Yeah, the Cypriot football team that I support here, your friend Locky used to make the videos for one of the players that he actually used to get his contract in professional football. He made him his reel that he sent off to football clubs, and the football club 10 minutes away from where I am right now are the ones that picked him up based on that. I mean, that is wild. We are so far away and yet connected with friendship, and truly amazing.
Yeah, it was, and I know. I shared the messages that the lad had sent back to Locky, and he said he was a bit emotional about it. To be fair, so it was a lovely thing.
Yeah, and Evros Gregorio is the player. He's got the worst mullet, I would say, in football.
I don't like them at all. Everyone's getting them now. I'm like, nah, it's not for me. Definitely
not.
I
mean,
mean,
it's not for you. You haven't got a choice, have you?
I couldn't grow one anyway, but even if I could, like, nah, definitely not. But yeah, Cossey's doing the scoring now. Is that what you're doing?
No, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, it's really weird on that app. Once you turn your phone on, it just takes your camera off like you're going to do something stupid. But as if I do something stupid, man. Yeah. Oh.
So, what's this here? I've got a chef. Honestly, I have a regular contact with a Sheffield United fan, and he tries to convince me all the time that he's still doing it. I've got a 3-minute voice note from him here where he'll be talking tripe, because. Can
we have a quick short straw poll on voice notes? Yes or no?
Listen.
Love them, Al. Absolutely love them. But go on too long, mine. Yeah, I sent one today to my sister about 2 minutes 12 seconds. Shocking.
Honestly, that doesn't surprise me at all. You invented the voice note.
Yeah, but I got that from Spain because I started going there and I thought, what's everyone talking at the phones for? But then it makes sense. What's the point of typing something that can take 3 minutes when you can say it in one?
You know what I think? Yeah, you make a good point. And actually, because I'm in a foreign country, a lot of the people I know can speak English, but they can't write English. So they'll just send me voice notes. And
like that in other film, mate. No, I'm a voice noter, though, definitely in that as well.
Yeah, same.
But,
podcasts. I send podcasts.
Yeah.
Your own.
Well, my voice notes are that long. They're like podcasts.
All right, sorry.
So I say sorry for the podcast, but it is what it is. And just send them. Much easier.
Mad.
Yeah.
No. Easter is coming though. Yeah.
Can I just give you an update? Talked last week on the show about the Easter eggs that we collected.
Yeah.
So we did last week, last home game against Oxford, and we managed to collect 834 eggs.
What?
So that was the total from all the donations. So I've spent this week going around all the charities delivering them. So yeah, it's been fantastic. Great reception from everyone, and
well done.
Charities have loved it. Sheffield Children's, Pact Sheffield, and the community program at Sheffield Wednesday as well. So
yeah,
just I'll let you know.
Well done. For me, of course, charity starts at home.
So do you want an update on that? So we were 50-50 split in here. Me and Ash would have said Whisper. You two said Maltese here. The loser with 45% of the vote, so it was very tight, is Maltesers. The winner is Whisper with 55% of the vote. And Hal, to prove that you're going to go with the vote, can you please open the egg now and start to eat the Whisper?
No, I can absolutely not. I promised I'd have these with my wife. You're going to get me in a lot of trouble.
You're definitely going to opt for Maltesers, though.
I know I'll honour it, but we're going away this weekend for our anniversary, which we seem to have quite a lot. And I will be open and promise we'd eat them together.
That's his excuse for not watching games there. We got an anniversary.
Oh, no, don't you worry. She knows the rules. I'll still be watching the games.
Do you not prefer a Whisper Gold anyway? I love Whisper
Whisper
Gold.
Gold's actually my favourite.
Yeah, the lovely Whisper Golds are, to be fair. Very nice.
I'm off for the weekend. Going a long weekend. Going to Mallorca for a few nights. So
whereabouts are you going?
Miss the game. Santa Ponza.
Oh, I love it there.
So
my parents lived in Mallorca for 10 years, so I know it very well. It's wonderful. If you get to the Porta Poyensa, it's worth visiting.
Oh,
nice.
I'm going to miss Stoke at home, Stoke away, Middlesbrough at home on Monday. So 2 glamour ties for our season.
2 losses. 2 losses,
over.
I think. Mate, what's going on with Danny Roll anyway? What's the latest with Danny Roll, Ash?
Personally, I think he's gone. I just think with the owner obviously not having no money and being batshit crazy, and probably the interest from Southampton, and there was one from Germany. I want to say it's not Red Bull, maybe another one. I just think he's gone. To be honest, myself, I hope he doesn't. I know we a lot of Wednesday fans do rate him very highly. Just gone off the boil a bit in the last few weeks, obviously with our home form and other stuff. I'd keep him, but I can't see him staying, unfortunately.
Yeah. Any Wednesday fan wanting Rids lost their mind anyway. He's a brilliant coach, I think, and will go on to. It looks like he might go Southampton, or people saying Leipzig.
Leipzig, that's the one.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So, I know there was thing in the press last couple of weeks ago about Leicester as well, but I can't see that. But...
No, I'd stay clear of that Leicester job. I think it's a shocker that they'll get points deductions. That they've come down. I think fans are disillusioned. I know they'll have parachute, but I don't know if that's
Jamie Vardy again, won't it? They'll be still wheeling out Jamie Vardy.
Yeah. No,
still be there.
Still be better.
Cozzy, are you supposed to be scoring right now?
No, mate, everyone's met him, but I'm just taking. I do all their social media, so like, them slow-mo videos you can get on iPhone. They look right good when people are bowling. So I've tweeted them out and just hyping everything up for our first game. But
if we want to support you, Cozzy, and follow them on social media, what's the app?
Yeah, well, York Cricket Club on YouTube. We stream all our games. But I've moved the camera really away from my scoreboard because I don't want to say something like that will go viral and stuff. So, because there were a game, they were streaming a game in the Huddersfield League, and someone were having an affair with someone else, and it got picked up on camera. So, Jesus, no footage, but just like you could hear them talking because I think camera went in the dressing room. But it's dangerous some of this stuff and that, innit? But yeah,
it's not really your fault.
No, but things have moved on from paper and pen for scoring now. You got to do, you got laptop and stuff. But
you have scored on here with Hannah. To be fair, that's a good comment.
Proper at 6, Annie. Proper at 6.
I can't believe it.
From, Dr. Cox, ironically.
Yeah, unbelievable. Hey, there's some good Europa League games tonight. I can't believe they're sticking me on Nana. What is he doing? Yeah, it's awful, him, isn't he? Inter Milan have never looked back since he gone.
No, it's mad.
This is why you're single, Cozzy. You get an opportunity and you just suddenly start talking about the Europa League.
Funny when it was played at Villa when it was Champions League.
No, yeah, what idiots.
I once went to a taffy the Hazel in Europa League. That is why I'm single out for going to stuff like that, mate. That 3 seasons back. No, Thursday night. Honestly, people mock Bradford and Notts County. That's a big game and all. We're going to be playing them next year. I think Bradford are going to go up. We'll have to get one on there next year.
Yeah, we need to find a Bradford fan, don't we?
There's quite a lot of them.
I tried to
find recent attendances.
Fan. I tried to find a Barnsley fan as well. So
no.
Yeah,
disappointed.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm going to in a couple of weeks. A bit sad, but I still can't believe it. I'm going to a Marcus Stewart evening. He's coming up to Huddersfield to do a talk about obviously his MND and stuff. I think it's such a horrible disease that, isn't it? I don't know how you can. I think it's the worst thing.
Because I got the same surname as him. He was a proper hero of mine when I was a kid. When he was at Huddersfield, when he was at Ipswich, he was a clinical striker. When I heard about what happened to him, it's so unbelievably tragic.
I believe I can just wake up and life can just change like that. But God, I always end on a sour note, not on a sad note. But it just, it's going to be emotional. That and but
Ash, tell us about your eggs again. Tell us about your eggs.
Yeah,
pick us up.
I can't believe Maltesers are getting knocked down and that cream eggs. Come on, the cream eggs are there. Maltesers, Galaxy. But it's happening. Next week they'll all be reduced. So hold your horses. Don't commit too early for these eggs. Next week in Morrison's, we're going to see some good deals out with Joe.
Mate. Yeah, definitely.
And these chins don't need any more Easter eggs, mate. They'll be on floor with covers here, man.
As is customary, folks, we've come up to an hour. It's been a great show, actually. Really, really enjoyed it. Laugh a minute. And so I think this potentially is the most we've had. We've got 421 live viewers, which is great for this show.
When you look at it in about a week's time, it's like 3,000, 4,000 people.
Yeah, it does all right. It does all right. Yeah. It's slowly becoming
all right.
People.
If we got that in our pod, we'd be like shirts off with belly swinging Ravanelli.
Cozzy, have you ever read the comments? It's all love for you.
No,
it is.
I don't.
Genuinely.
Have you noticed?
Don't read these comments. They're good for you. They are good for you.
Because we're not top football. That's why.
The viewers are going up, but the content of actual football we're talking about is going down.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want. Cozzy, just get your shirt off on here instead. That'll do it. Big
Niche
numbers.
market, yeah. I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
Look at that from Jeremy. He says it's a brilliant show for the mental health. There you go. It's a laugh a minute, isn't it? It's a laugh.
It is. We covered many subjects. My electric toothbrush, which is it's starting to splutter a bit. I don't think it's going to last much longer than that. But
some more diesel in it, mate. I actually think about your toothbrush quite a lot because you showed that.
They look good, don't they? Yeah,
they look fantastic. I can't wait till I have one. But when you said about where you brush and it shows you on the app. Like I've been thinking about that and trying to make sure that if I actually had that app, I'd hit every tooth.
I'm influencer. I'm an influencer. Come on.
And that's definitely what they mean by influencer.
Cossie, Hannah wants to know when you can get over to Canada. She don't live in the States. Sorry, she lives in Canada.
Yeah, Toronto Wolfpack. They used to have a rugby league team, but they've pulled out.
Hang on. No. You haven't answered that question. Hannah wants to know when you can get over to Canada.
Why is she split with us? I don't know if she's with.
She's not in Canada. She's not in Canada, Joe. She is. In Canada.
Oh. Where are you, Hannah? I said American. You said not American.
Just booked a flight on Skyscanner. I'm just going to Skyscanner. Cancel. God. No way.
Where are you?
I
thought you were in America.
It's all the same to you. It's all the same to you, innit, Joe?
Yeah,
she's in Dewsbury.
Get that old bargains and a cream egg bars £1 from reduced from 180. Come on.
Where did she live? She lives in Huddersfield. No.
Cricket. She's at the cricket and tonight live.
She's here.
Where does she? Come on, Hannah, you've got to tell us now. Why are you always in the States then?
Work.
I mean, this has turned into the Hannah.
She's in a state. You mean if she likes me, she's in a state, not the States.
I'm all for niche content. But this
needs to be end show. Yeah, it's been a great show.
Basically, she says, I'm in the tent. She's waiting.
Mate, is she an actor? What is going on?
Mate, she works in the States. She's obviously doing all right, Cossie, mate.
Next week, let's change subject. Next week, you're going to be a Premier League supporter, John. It's going to be tough for us to watch, but we will be here.
You will. Because I'll be on this show every week going, oh, for fuck's sake, we got beat again.
Mate, I've been saying that all season. It's all fun, man.
If Leeds go up, you're going to have a very quiet White Rose Rivals program potentially next season, Joe. Talking to yourself, because it's just going to be you in the Premier League talking about the Prem, and the rest of us, like Cosy will be in the tent.
Yeah, what's VAR? I've never heard of it.
I'll be absolutely distraught because it obviously will have all gone wrong last minute. Chancery will probably still be in. Hull won't turn up. We'll never get hear back from Barnsley.
Barnes have got internet, so
it's going to be very quiet.
Matt will still be waiting for an away win.
Yeah.
We've got a couple actually, aren't there?
Steve Evans will take over at Huddersfield, mate. It could all happen. Here we
Let's as is customary, let's finish with our predictions for Good Friday and Easter Monday. So we'll start with you, Ash. Good Friday and Easter Monday predictions, my man.
Yeah, I think we've been a hell of a lot better away from home. So I'm going to go 2-0 win against Stoke.
Who's that again? Sorry.
On Stoke. Against Stoke, on Friday, tomorrow. And then it's going to be a 1-0 loss against Borough. We've been awful at home, so I can't see that changing.
I think Borough will continue to lose, man. They won 5, they'll now lose 5 and drop out, and Carrick will get sacked by end of the season. Hal, what are your predictions? Come on.
Cardiff at home, so we'll start with that one.
Go around?
Of course, potentially, Joe, this is my last one of these because I'm going to be working in the Middle East from Tuesday, so I'm
sure the Prince will be able to get you a Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, I'll see how good the internet connection is.
Get him on. Get Prince on. Get Prince on with you, man.
Prince Nassim Ahmed. Proper Sheffield at him, not like when you were with. Yeah.
Do you remember that one?
It's an unnecessary dig there.
Sorry. Can you?
Some reason.
I forgot which boxer it was on, and I howled anyway. I think he should retire. He should retire. Which boxer was he talking about? Oh, I can't remember. It was gold anyway. Go on. Sorry.
Yes, I think we'll beat Cardiff 2-0. I think we'll beat Burnley 1-0 away.
No chance. Leeds United will draw tomorrow, 1 apiece against Oxford. And then we will beat Stoke City 3-0 and confirm on Easter Monday promotion back to the Premier League, baby. Cossie, how's it going to go for Huddersfield?
Finish on the massive game between Huddersfield and Cambridge. That means absolutely nothing. Huddersfield will win 2-1 tomorrow, but then they've got to stop on Easter Monday and get absolutely mullered by 4-0. So, yeah, and that is it. We're out of time, and yeah, good job someone knows the boxing, innit? Because Joe,
no, I do remember though, it was so funny, the interview.
Yeah.
And he went, I just think Eubank Jr., he should retire. It was just hilarious. Honestly,
I mean,
hilarious.
Chris Eubank has basically said that about Chris Eubank Jr. today. He called him he's a disgrace.
Have you seen his YouTube channel where they send in questions for him and he answers them? I love it.
No, although I did meet Chris Eubank Sr. at the cricket at Lords, and he was very nice.
Yeah. Have you seen that one where he goes... Brock up, rule boy, and he talks in it. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, the mother tongue dropped out then." And he goes, "It's brilliant, man. I love him. I love
it's
him.
Goodbye from me. Ciao, guys.
bye, because he's gone.
He's got a score, hasn't he?
He has. Listen, lads, it's been a great show. There's a poor imitation of this going on now between another Leeds fan and Sheffield United fan. But yeah, if you want to watch that, folks, go and watch that. This is where it's at. Please do smash a like on this video. Subscribe as well to every other channel that is involved, of course, this week, Wednesday week, Sheffield United way, and he takes that chance. Yeah, man. That's it. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Game day tomorrow. I'm doing all the games. So we start with Watford.
Busy weekend.
Burnley. Yeah, Sheffield United, Cardiff, and then Leeds versus Oxford. Bye-bye.
I feel like I'm on a
folks.
game show.
What about the Wednesday?
Yeah, sorry. Hang on. And big up Mr. Dodo for being a member for 14 months. Peace out. Bye-bye.